can't take it. That's right. It's a different world.
Oh my God, that is
From where to come from. Oh, that was my show.
Oh my God, good time.
Different show.
All right.
You're so lame. Hey guys.
What up, man? We ain't seen you in a minute, man. It was good.
Right.
Hey, tell
know,
me you been
right?
locked up. She been locked up protesting. Fighting motherfucking power. She just got out and got her hair fixed.
Right? She done came back all
Beautiful. Got the fur. Got the camera on fur.
Y'all are stupid.
What is that?
Yeah. First.
Killer Sophie. Go ahead.
Got that shit from Chinatown.
Trump ain't holding you down, huh? Shit, popping collars and shit. It's like, oh, yeah, he ain't gonna hold this sister down.
Anyways, welcome back. Welcome back. I am your host, Sophie, and this is Ask with Dead and Hip Hop. So we have a guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey y'all, I'm Clarissa, junior at Spelman, student activist with AUC Shut It Down, ATL is Ready, and a bunch of other shit, and writer for Dead and Hip Hop.
Yeah, you been around for a while.
Yep.
In the background.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna jump right on into the question. This isn't from our particular person, because we got this question a lot in the inbox. But recently, let's see. Kanye West actually had something to say at another one of his concerts. He's always saying stuff, and you know we love him for that. So he said specifically. He said specifically to black people, stop talking about race so much. There's an entire clip on him speaking about how race is prevalent in America, and we just need to. I don't think he said get over it, but he just said accept it, you know, and just stop talking about it. Pretty much get over it. So I'm gonna open up.
Wait, and then there was another one. Did you see the other one?
That's what I thought we were talking about. I didn't see this clip.
Right.
The one about,
and he said that he didn't vote, but if he was going to vote, he would have voted for Trump.
I saw that one.
So
Yeah.
there it is. What's your favorite rapper?
Look, man, if you like Kanye, if we know Kanye, right? Like Kanye's been out for a fucking long time now.
Do we know him?
Well, I don't know. I guess we're still learning, right? Like that's part of life. Just keep learning about people. And Kanye is very outspoken. He's gonna say what he wants to say, but I don't always necessarily judge him on that because that's not what entertains me. Give me the good music, man. Give me the music. As long as the music is good and I'm entertained by that, that's cool. I don't look for Kanye for social political stuff because that guy, I put him in that bucket that's like, you're too far gone. You like to be controversial. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, I think that's part of his ego. He likes to push those buttons. So I just take a lot of his stuff with a grain of salt. Okay, Kanye.
So you
live in your bubble.
So you feel like
give
he
me good
meant it
music.
then? You felt like he meant it? Or you don't feel like he meant it and he was just saying it?
I think when Kanye speaks, he means what he says. Now, that doesn't... At that moment, that doesn't mean... Look, man, we're human. Like, emotions can drive you. You know what I'm saying? And later on, right, because that's considered experience after the fact, you may look back at that and be like, you know what? I was ignorant there, or I was small-minded there. That right there, I don't think like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but he a little gone, man. Like, it's Kanye.
Do that shit, man. You know, rappers come out and say something, and a week later they say something else.
But like outside of that, I know that's how you take it or whatever, but what is it detrimental to people that do look at this guy as, you know, a public figure and take on, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know how serious people are, but they all talking about some Kanye for 20 president.
Yeah,
2020.
Bro, they
he's
have
running.
to chill. They have to chill.
Like, they got it. You think so, Ken?
I think he's gonna run.
You gonna vote
Man, zoom in on that, man.
Am I gonna vote for him?
Yeah, zoom in on that shit.
Vote for Kanye?
Yeah.
He said he's done voting.
You done voting, kid?
Can't say
We gotta have a separate discussion. Discussion about that. That would be a very long.
But yeah, you gotta look at it that way, Ralph. Is like people really considering him running for
Is it
2020.
detrimental?
Well, not even just-
no, I don't think it's detrimental, mainly because that's his opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. If he says he's gonna vote, if he would have voted for Trump, respect the shit. Like,
But in spite of it being his opinion, though, Like everybody has an opinion, but opinions influence the way people think.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So you want him to be politically correct all the time? Like you want him to say what he thinks that everybody's gonna like, or do you want him to be true to himself? And I don't think that that's fair to ask that of anybody at all. I don't care who you are.
But I think you gotta think about the fact that like, so Kanye, white supremacy is like his whole life right now. Like class and privilege and, you know, having a white wife and all of that is his whole aesthetic right now. You know, like being the different type of black person, not being the regular black person. So it's like, it's not really his opinion.
But
He's been
how's
taught
that being the different type of black person? Because when you look at a lot of successful black people, that's the typical black person now.
They go over, they get a white wife.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Yeah, but that's like, that's white supremacy. That's not like, he's been taught that the only way that I value in this world is if I hold up these ideals. Like I have to have this wife, I have to have this money, I have to put out this aesthetic. So he's been taught that. It's not really something that like I think if he understood how Trump would ruin his life.
When you're raised in the like in South Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not what's.
That doesn't matter to him anymore. He's Kanye.
He's
Pablo. He's past that. He's not Southside Chicago. He's not Atlanta. He's Kanye West, the genius, the artist, most popular black man in the world. He can do whatever he wants and he can get away with it.
The guy that we've all propped up as
like
such.
nobody can touch him, so he can say whatever the fuck he wants.
And all I'm asking is what's wrong with saying what you want to say? At the baseline, the fundamentals of this conversation, there's a whole bunch of people watching us. And the reason why they're watching us is because we believe in no politics, no BS. We're going to say our mind, speak our mind, say what we believe, regardless of whatever people say. That's the same thing Kanye is doing. What is wrong with that? Is this not America? Do you not have freedom of choice to say whatever the fuck you want to say when you want to say it? Well, what the fuck are we debating about right here, right now?
Debating or arguing that.
That's the whole point.
You don't have that choice?
Yeah, if you're black in America, like, that's the whole point. You don't have that choice. There are black people.
Kanye just showed that you has the fucking choice. He just did it.
Yeah,
Why are we really complaining about Kanye endorsing Trump?
What do you mean when you say you can't be black in America and can't have that choice?
I'm saying that, like, as a black person, as any person of color, queer, whatever, like, you live in an America that is actively against you, that doesn't want you to exist. So in reality, we can say this here, but if we go to our government and say, yo, like, I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want, like, if you have a problem with it, deal with it, they'll kill you. COINTELPRO, the Black Panthers, civil rights movement, like, the only way you can do that is if you have money and you stick to white supremacy. Kanye has money, he sticks to white supremacy.
You and Ralph are arguing two different points. What Ralph is talking about is simply saying what's on your mind, and that's what Kanye did. If Kanye wants to go out there and endorse Trump, good for fucking Kanye. Right. That means nothing to me. Now, I feel you, there's a whole bunch of young people that look to him for guidance for whatever reason. And yeah, that's the part that really should be discussed.
No, but I mean, I'm saying Kanye can say that because he has the money that he has. I'm saying if I support,
the system, so
right?
he's
in a different world, like
in the way that it would.
He can say that because Kanye's brain works a lot different than the rest of ours. Kanye really believes that Trump would have been a good idea. Do I agree with Kanye? Of course not. Right. Do I support his right to say it? Absolutely. Do I even give half a dick about who the fuck Kanye's endorsing? No. And that's what I'm saying. Why are we so hyped up over Kanye endorsing Trump? Who's surprised? That's really the question. You're surprised?
I was slightly shocked by what I saw.
To be honest,
Why are you shocked?
So was I, low key, because didn't Kim whatever?
Kim supports Hillary.
Yeah, she promoted Hillary, so it's kind of weird.
Whoa. So you mean to tell me that Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are supposed to be one person? Like there's not two brains there and two different bodies?
I'm not saying that, but it's just awkward for them to both.
The household be on one accord.
No, what do you? No,
not with someone like Kanye. And plus, he's a fucking attention-seeking whore.
Well,
so of course he's gonna go out and say some shit that's gonna get people riled up. Look, we're talking about him now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you said that he's an attention whore, and I agree. But it's like, did he say this to get attention, or does he really believe that?
That's what I'm saying.
I would be surprised if he really believed that.
Why do you care?
I think
because it made me feel away.
Why? Now we're getting somewhere. Why did Kanye saying that make you feel away?
Did it not? Okay, I know it didn't make you feel away.
Hell no.
Did it make you feel away? Did it make you feel away?
No.
Not make me.
I was disappointed.
So you felt away?
You felt away.
A little bit of away.
Yeah. Because it happened so fast. So I was at work, I saw it, and then I was like,
It just happened so fast.
And then I saw the other clip about him talking about, just accepting racism.
I didn't see that.
He just
That's a whole other thing.
bro.
It made me feel the way.
And
Because
The Trump
Speak on
part or
it.
the other part?
and I just rolled my
whole
fucking
thing,
eyes, man.
it wasn't just that, it's just everything he's been doing. You know what I mean?
Speak on it. Go
It just made me feel away because he's supposed to have a concert coming. Again, he's coming back around to Atlanta. And I remember feeling like, damn, I don't want to go to it now. I don't want to put up with Kanye. But just a week
right.
ago, I was perfectly fine. I was like, okay, yeah, I might go to this Kanye West concert. But then he made that statement. I'm like, this dude, man, I can't do him.
There's nothing wrong with that feeling.
I'm just saying, but it did make me feel away.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
absolutely.
saying.
He already done said the hell with Jay and them. He's by himself. So why are y'all surprised that he's endorsing Trump? I'm not even remotely surprised. Now the racism thing, I have to read that because I didn't read it, so I'm not gonna comment on that.
I mean, I can play for you
But
right now.
it's actually an audio interview.
Yeah, it's an audio clip.
Let's pull it up.
Or that America would be less or more racist because of one of the other candidates. Specifically to black people, stop focusing on racism.
We have no choice but to focus on racism, Kanye. Idiot.
Right.
What the?
y'all, friend.
See,
That's
Let's keep going. Let's
but
keep going.
no, we don't have to.
You say he stopped after that.
No, you gotta get a rest.
Let's stop being distracted to focus on that as much. It's just a fucking fact. We are in a racist country. Period.
And here
Do
we go.
not allow people to make us talk about that so fucking long.
He's not in the bracket to be talking about certain things. Racism probably doesn't affect Kanye.
Oh, it
But
does.
hold on. But he will pull it out whenever it benefits him.
True.
So when
Right.
people don't like his
Yeah, he
stupid
plays both
designs
sides.
and they don't like his fucking $800 shirts, then it's racism.
It's racism.
But then
'Cause he was hollering at
wants to
fashion.
go on the fucking stage and tell you stop focusing about racism.
How you gonna tell black people to stop focusing on race?
How are we even listening to fucking Kanye?
can't.
Like, just
But
fucking
people
sing, bruh. Just
do
fucking
listen
rap.
to Kanye.
That's
I know, I feel
but
you.
the thing is, that's such a big influence, not necessarily on me, not necessarily on you, but you gotta think, if you're a Kanye fan, you're
Yeah.
younger, or you're a white fan at his show, like, you're like, God damn, like, white people at his concerts gonna be like, okay, well, he said that we can stop talking about race, so why are you still talking about it?
And there was
You know what
some
I'm
like,
saying? It's influencing somebody whether you like it or not. It might not be me because I know what the fuck I stand for, and you too. But it's like that's influential, and I feel like that's
problematic.
it's problematic. It's problematic. Like, I mean, yeah, he can say whatever the fuck he wants, but just like Rod said, I don't fucking want to go to his show neither because it's like if he's just gonna pull some bullshit like that, plus with the stuff he was doing like a while ago about how he was, at his little float stage in the sky and shit, and he had the little, he had that little complaint about how Blue and North never play together and this and that,
I remember
and
that, yeah.
me and you just never visited me after Kim got robbed. And whatever. It's just dumb. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's emotional, man.
And honestly, people give him a pass for that. And that pisses me off because honestly, if it was a woman, y'all wouldn't have like given any type of leeway for that shit. Y'all would have been like, she's just emotional, whatever. But people still cape for him like, well, he just a genius and he just gonna say this because
What kind of
Because
pass?
why?
Okay, here's the question. What are y'all gonna do about it? What are y'all gonna do about it? This man is a zillionaire, yeah, for a week.
Right, and they
For
gonna
a
still buy.
fucking
If he
week.
release the album
Come
tomorrow,
on, man. People gonna be
flop
snatching
and
it
buying
up,
that shit.
man.
Soon as
Come
it
on,
comes
man.
out.
Y'all fake ass fucking wannabe mad
Here's the thing,
motherfuckers.
It's
like,
not
come
even
on.
if he just releases music. Like if he releases another, because we know that the man, right, is genius. We know that he's gifted in his craft. If he releases a project that's on a certain level, all of this is water.
Yeah.
All of this is water.
I know.
All of this is water. What we talking about? We're gonna talk about what makes Kanye great, which is the music.
Yep.
If he puts out amazing music, what are we worried about his social commentary?
I think it's problematic when he gets on stage and he starts to make these sorts of proclamations. When you put this type of messaging out there to people that look to Kanye that are not like us, that are individuals that are not directly influenced by outside forces, it affects them and the way they think. We're going to live in a world where Trump is president for the next 4 years, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I know you got. But there have been all kind of crazy fucking stories coming out. Just this week alone, of people doing crazy, fucked up
Teachers
shit.
and everything.
Teachers
Teachers have been
calling
showing
their kids
ass.
niggas.
Yes.
Yes.
Fingers, everything.
So he comes out and does something like this.
So we should be talking about the actual issues and not Kanye.
Kanye-
We gotta stop.
But
We
I
gotta
feel
stop
like-
putting Kanye on
but I
these
feel like-
on these pedestals, man. Like
But I
he's
feel like Kanye's like a representation of like a lot of the kids that listen to him don't understand what class and race are. They just kind of live in a space to where like, this is my favorite artist and what he says is bond. Like that's what it is. So I don't need my artist to like completely agree with what I think, but they know that what they say is important, just like their music is important. Like the things you say impact people. So if you're saying you support Trump, understand you're supporting somebody who does not even want you to be here, right? Like he does not want your music. He doesn't want you to exist. And it's scary because it's like what he was saying about race. It sounds like there's a lot of talk about race, and that makes me uncomfortable as a black man in this like really high class space. So y'all need to chill the fuck out because you're fucking up my sponsors, right? That means you're fucking up. I gotta go into Adidas and talk about damn, like now I gotta like be like, oh, are you like the Black Lives Matter like rapper now? Like that sounds like he doesn't want to have to deal with all of the race issues being put on him now.
And
That's
because
exactly
what it is.
because he's
He doesn't know how
trying
to
to
talk about
exist in a space where people like Marc Jacobs and all these other high fashion designers, where he's coming out saying shit like, oh, you know, stuff about, you know, the whole like white people wearing dreads at his shows and shit like that, and oh well, you know, you're not really disenfranchised, you're not really this, you're not really that, like on hush mode. And I totally get what you're saying. He tries to exist in a place with those people, and obviously he's going to try and conform to get what the fuck he
Exactly.
wants and move his way up the ladder. But it's detrimental to people who again look up to him, because it's like we're not in those spaces, but some people just take it as
gospel.
yeah, like, oh
absolutely right.
wow, like not even acknowledging that they're in two separate, you know, places of the spectrum. I don't know.
But the question once again is, what are we going to do about it? Are black people and angry white folks that agree with the black issues here, are they gonna take a stand? Are they gonna not buy Kanye albums? Are they gonna like
Not go to the
Rod,
shows?
not go to the shows? Because Kanye has the right to say any motherfucking thing he wants, but we also have the right, just like Rod is using his right, to not support him.
Yep.
So are we as Dead in Hip Hop not gonna review the next Kanye album? Answer that
No.
one. You a goddamn
No,
liar.
wait, no. You a goddamn. Hold on. No, we're not going to review it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, not.
Oh, so we are gonna review it.
Yeah, we can definitely talk
what's the-
about.
What are we talking about?
Because
What are we talking about?
Because we're having a conversation criticizing something that he said and offering a different way of looking at it. Basically, I think where we got to the point is that Kanye is essentially positioning himself, right? Aligning himself in the class that he's in with the people that he has to interact with on a day-to-day basis,
Absolutely.
which is primarily white people.
Right.
So taking that approach and understanding that maybe some of the people that are watching that will like, oh, well, all right, well, Kanye's full of shit. And maybe they're not going to, as we've said, take that as gospel as they probably would have before they watched this video.
I just don't get this. But we're still gonna put money in his pocket. Is basically
No,
what I'm
I think
asking.
I think it's
How
about
is
the fact that like, okay, so Kanye is like a small part of this like system of capitalism, right? So it's Kanye, and then there's a whole system of like capitalism
Right.
and like patriarchy, all that shit, right? So he's minute in like the real world. So supporting him isn't going to change the fact that he's like a trash ass person. It's about the fact that, are you gonna support a music industry that allows to continue to treat black people like shit? Like with contracts and shit, like are you gonna continue to support a government that treats you like shit? Like
Apparently
it's
yes,
about
because
a
we just said we're
bigger
gonna review his
system.
album. Look, this is what
No,
I'm
but
talking
saying,
about.
like,
We've
when
been
you talk
complaining about
things
Kanye
in
for the past 20
When you talk
minutes.
about things in minute ways, if you talk
Right.
about, oh, we need to stop supporting Kanye. Kanye is not the problem. The problem is the fact that there is a system bigger than Kanye, bigger than Trump, that creates white supremacy, it creates patriarchy, it creates sexism, rape culture, all that shit.
Yes.
It's about that system and not about Kanye.
So then
how
why are we
gonna
talking about
affect that
Kanye?
system?
So why are we talking about Kanye then?
Because Kanye is a reflection of
exactly
that,
what you
and he's a
just
pop
said
culture
is my
icon of
point.
that.
So we're complaining about Kanye saying certain things, and all of us are upset about what Kanye said. But then we're gonna turn around and still say, well, yes, he did say these things that are detrimental to urban black communities, but we're still gonna put money in his pocket. That
It
makes
doesn't
no
matter if we
sense
put
to
money in
me.
his pocket, there's a system that's gonna support him regardless. That's what I'm saying.
So then we should just say fuck it. If there's other people doing it, then we should just join in too. That makes no sense.
I'm saying like, it doesn't matter if we support him or not. Other people are always going to support him. He is the privileged, like, so he's a black cis, hetero man.
Yes.
His voice is always going to be more prominent than other people. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
But
I'm not saying
being a cog in the machine is also the problem.
Yeah, what Mike is saying.
right, that's what I'm saying. We need to talk about the machine.
But what Mike is saying is, like, what actions are we going to take to show that we disagree with the position that Kanye has taken?
Right.
You
If
know,
I just said,
Right, so
I don't
the way
feel
to do
comfortable
that,
going to the show,
hey,
so
when
I'm
he
not
comes to
giving him any money.
Atlanta, whatever venue he's at, hey, we don't want Kanye to be here.
But wait a minute, you just said it wasn't about Kanye and reviewing the album was not
Because
an
the
issue, but
venue
then you're
itself,
saying,
okay, Kanye himself is a person, right? So ticket
Right.
sales, if you fuck with ticket sales, he's gonna hear about that shit. So what's the bigger way that you can affect him that isn't just, oh, I'm not gonna go to your show, oh, I'm not gonna buy your merch, oh, I'm gonna unfollow you on Twitter. The venue that he's at, right? You gotta start somewhere, right? So the venue he's at, hey, we don't really want him to be here. Let's get a petition, let's have folks show up at the show and be like, yo, don't support this person. He clearly doesn't give a fuck about you. Don't go to this show. At the
I'm with
actual
that.
show, right?
I'm with
Like after,
that, yeah.
call the venue and say, we don't want this person here. Atlanta is a black as fuck city. It's not gonna be hard to get folks to be like, call the venue, let them know you're not about this. We don't want Kanye here.
but you're confusing
He's still gonna
me,
have
you
a show, but he's
you
also
just
gonna hear
said
about
that it wasn't an issue with Kanye.
Right, but
it's
that's
with
the point.
bigger-
You need to address the fact. You need to affect him directly. Kanye cares about his money. If you
Right.
if he gets a call from the venue manager saying, "Yo, there's protests outside saying that they don't want your show to happen because of what you said," he has to think about that.
And if there's radio stations that won't play his music anymore, if there are publications that refuse to review his music,
Right.
So you're.
But I'm saying like,
losing me.
but I'm saying your example was like a minute answer, like, oh,
She's looking
we're
at
not
the
gonna
macro.
like.
Wait,
I'm talking about
time
like
out.
affecting
I
his
didn't
money.
say. Wait, I never one single time said, "Hey guys, this is the only thing that we should
No,
do."
I'm not saying that.
What
I'm
I
giving you, like,
said was,
multiple
if we
options.
are against Kanye and what he said, I'm not even saying that I am. I'm just saying if we are. Why are we then going to review his music? If this bothered Rod enough to say, you know what, I as a black man don't feel comfortable giving this man my money,
Right.
then why are we going to turn around tomorrow and say, oh, Kanye dropped this hot new album, we got to talk about it on the show? Because that's giving him
it's
money.
hot.
That it doesn't matter if it's hot or not. We would probably still want to review it.
Is it one of those things where you're just separating the artist and the music at that point?
No, what I'm saying is no, because I've always said I do think that there is a separation, but I don't give my money to people that I don't agree with.
I mean-
if I don't agree with what Kanye's saying socially and politically,
Then I wouldn't like him.
then I would not want to give him a single dime of my money. So just like Rod, I wouldn't go to a show anyway, but even if I could afford it, I would not go to his concert. If this bothered me enough, I would not buy his CDs. That's my point. So if we're willing to say that, then why are we not willing to say that we're not going to review his music?
people take, I think you may have said this, people take a passive approach to what Kanye says. Oh, it's just Kanye. It's just Kanye being
He's just a
Kanye.
genius. And I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
that,
just Kanye. And-
honestly though, too, like, his whole, I guess,
Aesthetic.
yeah, his whole aesthetic is pretty much based on being controversial. So it makes him say, like, he could come out and say something crazy as hell tomorrow. And it almost makes people conflicted with how they're going to respond to it because it's in his nature. And so
Right.
they pass it off. He could say something completely like racist or sexist or misogynistic. And
Which he
people are
does
like,
all the time.
oh, well, I don't know. It's just Kanye. It's just his personality.
Kanye being
He's just
Kanye.
Yep.
he's just crazy, but I
Right.
love him. But whatever, and
Right.
it makes it difficult because he's not somebody who knows how to hold his tongue or acts, you know what I'm saying, in a way where he actually thinks before he speaks. That's his whole personality. So it's kind of like, is it like like people pass it off as like a personality trait or something
Sure.
like that. And I feel like that's kind of hard to decipher because it's like, okay, I know that I'm not going to support him because of that because again, I know what I stand and believe in, but some people are just like, oh, well, you know, it's just Kanye. And I feel like that's kind of fucked up too because it's
Yeah.
like you're not able to decipher what is his personality traits or whatever versus like what's actually problematic and what actually, you know, you need to take a stand. It's crazy.
Take a stand against. You're right. That's my point. If you're gonna do something, fucking do it.
Exactly.
And stick
No matter
with
how,
it.
yeah, no matter what.
Don't,
part
no matter
of
what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Don't. The thing is, you can't always just look at things and say that's so small it doesn't matter. Every fucking thing you do, whether it doesn't matter to you or you or you, it matters to somebody. So us saying, hey, from here on out, we will never review another Kanye West album. Whether or not you think it benefits his or it hurts his pockets at that moment, It doesn't matter. It might, because you're gonna start a conversation. Why are you guys not reviewing his album? Well, because he said this, and this. Now you have, the majority of our fans are younger kids. Now you have them talking about it. Well, what did he say? Oh, he said this, and they're not gonna review it? Well, let's talk about this.
It's the point of, like, what are we going to do? And I think that this show itself, I think we do have a certain role and a responsibility to critique certain things like this. And I think that's part of taking action, you know, by having those conversations, by pointing those out, you know. So, and answer your question about whether or not whether we're going to review the album or not, I mean, we have to have that conversation, you know, as a group. But I still think, for me, just not letting this slide by and be like, oh, that's just Kanye. By taking action and coming together and having this great conversation about, you know, Kanye West, and not letting him just get away with this stuff.
Anyways, thank you for your many questions that you sent to the inbox. Don't forget to send the rest of your questions to Ask DEHH on Twitter or ask@deadandhiphop.com. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.